I just got laid off today.
Shut the front. At the country club?
Yeah, again.
Do you like the country club?
I love it. I've been there for about 2 years now.
You have not been there for 2 years.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Time flies, right?
Dude, no. You were at... Dude, I feel like I could name like 3 places. How many jobs have you had on the Central Coast?
Too many.
Can you name every job that you've had?
Okay, shit. Okay, let's start with Naked Fish, Vegetable Butcher, when that was open very briefly. It was across the street from 7-Eleven. I worked at, what was the place that was before the burgers? Kind of across from the Mark and down from McClintock's, Burger Village.
Person.
It was called Natural Cafe. I worked at Natural Cafe until they closed, and they gave me a call the day before, and they're like, hey, don't bother coming to work because we're shut down. And I was like...
For COVID?
No, just because it went out of business.
Damn.
So I worked there. I worked at Creaky Tiki.
Okay, you were chilling at that place, right? You worked with fucking Nick. He was my lab partner in biology.
I did work with Nick.
I fucked with that guy. He has dude, I need to get him on the podcast.
Like half of the staff there's hella chill, and the other half are very cliquey and not so friendly. And that's like, I think more of the ladies are not very friendly or welcoming. They're very territorial. Dude,
we went in, okay, it was Keelan Harris's birthday. This is like...
I saw you on, it was your birthday. Oh, I also worked at Branzino. Remember I was standing outside and you guys both buzzed your head?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that
was
place.
Another employment, yes.
That was 2019, a year and a half ago.
That's crazy.
Year and 8 months ago, bro. We're already done with fucking 2020.
I remember you're like, shh, don't tell anyone.
And speaking of shh, they gave you hush money.
Branzino
Branzino
gave me hush money.
How did that go down?
I hushed up. I mean, that's not entirely true, since like they were closed for a little while and they didn't want anyone to spill the beans. I was paid under the table for a while because I couldn't pay bills. The guy that opened it, I'm also not gonna mention the name because that might be inappropriate. Yeah. But this guy that opened this restaurant was kicked out of Santa Barbara because he did the same kind of thing there. He opened a restaurant, he got money from investors and said like, hey, this is what I'm gonna open, this is what I'm gonna do, and ended up embezzling the money and opening something else. He did the same thing in San Luis Obispo. He was supposed to open a bowling alley on the corner across from Black Sheep and Eureka. So that building that's been empty for so long was supposed to be a bowling alley downstairs and like some sort of thing upstairs. There were going to be like townhomes or apartments. So we got all these investors to do this, and he opened up a restaurant right next door to it. And then they found out what was going on, and they're like, well, what the fuck? And so that restaurant only stayed open for about 6 months and closed.
Dude, I feel like he had this lifelong dream to like open a restaurant and like was finding ways around it.
Definitely told people that. I think he just wanted the money.
Dude, it's funny because you have this tendency to be like you get like sucked into the...
I get involved with these crazy things that I don't even plan to, you know?
I feel like it's like it just has to happen because it's you. You know what I mean? Like you literally, dude, you've worked at so many jobs at the weirdest places that like are open for 2 weeks, and you just happen to drop off a resume, and the next thing you know, you're either like fired or fucking like it's shut down, or like they can't afford to pay bills. Like, dude, you've worked at literally a dozen places.
I just
and that's not a bad thing. That's just you
it's a life thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You worked at Giuseppe's.
I did work at Giuseppe's.
Dude, okay, you know who's been going there a lot is fucking Evan and Sage.
I haven't met Sage.
If they come back tonight, you should meet her tonight.
For sure.
Yeah.
I did work at Giuseppe's, and my closing act with Giuseppe's actually involved Natalia. We had a nice little bender in Cayucas. I showed up to work absolutely shit-faced, and then I got fired. Well, no, actually, he goes, you're in no condition to be at work. And I said, are you sure? And he said, yes. I said, okay, I'll go home. And then I went to Vegas for a week and a half. It was already planned. It fell out that way.
We have to talk about Vegas. I forgot about Vegas.
I came back from Vegas. I'm still sipping.
Oh, you sipping?
I'm still
Okay,
sipping.
for sure.
I came back from Vegas and I showed up and he's like, here's your last check. And I was like, all right, cool.
Dude.
I worked at Hoagie's in Pismo.
Dude, and they're in Slow now.
Yeah, they just opened up a new location kind of by that Mexican restaurant by 7-Eleven. What's that road?
Is it downtown Slow?
It is, but it's like at the end of downtown.
By like High Street and shit?
By
Santa Cruz?
what is it? Gosh, what is it? What's the street that Giuseppe's is on? Like the corner, it's Choro and what?
Like Monterey?
More
I don't know.
something,
I'm
but
the
like
wrong
you know,
person to
but
ask,
like the
bro.
corner street that Giuseppe's is on, you take that street and go all the way down.
There's like a park next to it, or like that center location.
Yeah, that
downtown
center
Slow,
location
yeah.
where the oh my
There's like always
goodness.
events there.
Words are hard. Anyways, they opened a new location down there. It should be pretty cool.
How was working at Giuseppe's? Feel like that's-
Giuseppe's was okay. It was very fast paced and high demand, but I really liked it. Paycheck was cool. They just don't really promote within, which is unfortunate. And I didn't have a problem leaving because they were like, I applied for a certain position and they hired me lower because they're like, hey, this is what we need. And I was like, that's fine as long as I get promoted after a little while. Got it. They didn't do that. They ended up hiring people from outside.
Well,
so I was
you weren't
like,
there that
fuck this
long,
place.
right?
I was there for 6 months.
Yeah.
About 6 months. And in that time, they hired other people to take the position that I applied for.
What position you apply for?
Well, you can't apply there as a server because they have servers there that have been there for 3 years, that have been there for 12 years, that have been there for longer.
Really?
So it's like you have to promote within.
Okay.
And so when they ended up hiring bussers make great money there. Honestly.
Yeah,
They make,
honestly.
and that's what I applied for was a busing position because it was
Yeah.
practical. And they hired me as a host, and I was like, I've never been a host. I don't want to be a fucking host. Like I have a better resume than just to be a host, you know?
Yeah.
And they ended up hiring 2 people to be bussers, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not really I wasn't really upset about it when I left.
Because they're probably making like minimum wait. Like what? How long were the shifts? Like 5 hours, 6 hours, more?
They were minimum 6 hours.
Oh, so they were longer.
6 to 9 hours because the cleanup and all that stuff, like the
Fuck,
turnover, like
bro.
the turnover there is not a lot. That's why each table, your sales at each table is a lot more versus you working at a breakfast restaurant. You're working for turnover. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the money is in your tables. You invest in your tables. You invest in the bottles you sell. You invest in the booze you sell. The food is expensive there, you know. So like you're not working to run it.
How much do the do you guys sell like gnarly fucking bottles? Or
At Giuseppe's,
Yeah.
absolutely.
like, are there $2,000 bottles?
That's
1,500?
where people that make money eat there,
Dang.
For
bro.
sure. It's
Damn.
which is why the country club's been very nice to me.
Dude, yeah, okay. How was the country club?
Amazing.
You were a server?
Yeah, I serve and bartend there. I've been bartending there for the last 8 months, and I've been serving there since I started.
You were
and I
bartending
get to
there?
whip the bar cart sometimes, which is very fun.
What's that like? Oh, on the golf course?
Yeah.
Dude, wait, so you'd go up to people?
Well, I get on my little bar cart and I have like the little shot booze and I just pour like drinks out on the course, or like working tournaments is hella fun. I mean, every time I pour drinks, I get handed a 10, a 20, this or that, you know. And if I like the members that I know since I've been there for so long will give me a little bit more love. Just got a Christmas bonus yesterday, and I have more to look forward to.
I literally just saw you go like this.
That place, well, I mean, the people that are part of the country club are very well respected individuals here. They're successful.
Dude, okay, so what was that like working, like, country club, driving around in golf carts, just giving people a drink? Like,
I never want to leave.
why'd they lay you off?
Because of COVID. Like, we're not, like, all of SLO County's not allowed to do outdoor dining now. You know what I mean?
So you're saying no, keep on coming to golf anymore, pretty much.
No, they're not COVID, bar carts are not COVID friendly because they're still hands-on drinks pouring and that kind of stuff. So I can't, so they're just doing takeout right now. And I honestly would, I hate to say it, rather collect unemployment than just deliver takeout 3 times a week. Because
Yeah.
I'd make more money doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, it was probably fucking gnarly working there summer 2019. Cause I remember for sure you were there last summer when I was here.
I made great money during that summer.
Damn, bro.
And that's why, like, I've been holding on to it, hoping it comes back. I mean, we got to do outdoor dining, then indoor dining 50%, then back outdoor, and now we're closed again. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Or is
We're
the
back at
food
square
there?
one.
If you're not a member,
Food there's no. You have to be a member to eat there, or eat with a member. So like you have to. If I invited you to eat there, you could eat there because.
Are you a member?
Technically, since I work there,
What?
I get 60% off all my food.
No, you don't.
I do.
Are
and
you
it's
serious?
bomb food. Chef Ed is amazing.
What type of food do you guys have there?
Everything you ask.
Really?
I mean, there's like a menu, but it hits almost all the bases. You know, there's an assortment, but if you say, "Hey, this is what I'm hungry for," he'll probably handle it. It's good shit.
Okay, for sure. A lot of like elderly people or young guns? There's some young
there are some young we have some golf pros that are like in their early 20s. They're very well off, but most of our members are like, I'm gonna say like 30 plus, and then their kids are a part of it, and they kind of get grandfathered into it, you know?
How much does it cost to be a member?
Depends on your membership, because it starts at like fitness and then tennis and then golf, and there's like different layers that you can. The most basic one is just a club member. That means you can eat there, and you can like you can shop at the golf pro shop and eat in the clubhouse, and then you work up from there. You have to pay more for a membership.
What's the most expensive membership?
I don't know the price, but it's a golf membership. So you can use the
They
course.
would put golf at the bridge.
That's the tippy top.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you pay this big ass price and you can go there whenever the fuck you want and golf however many times you want.
Exactly.
Dude, it's probably like hundreds of dollars.
It's pretty expensive. And you have a quota each month. You have to spend a certain amount of money in the pro shop or like on food to be a member. Yeah,
really?
there's a quota that you have to meet. And when I log people in, I can see how much money left that they have to spend.
So you're kind of like pressing them fucking spend a little bit.
The more I sell, the more I make.
Damn, dude. That's a good business idea.
It's super chill. And
I mean, if you have money and you're not just there to fucking flex, and you have money and it's just like money's not an issue, dude, that's a great business idea. Like, you have to spend this amount of money like per month.
Well, I mean, there's perks too. So we have cigar dinners for the gentlemen. We have dinners for the women.
What?
Yeah, no, we host weddings. We host banquets or like nonprofit organizations. There's like, we have events where we cut cakes and like they'll sell cakes for $2,500, like auctions. They're like Madonna cakes, and we'll bring them in and be like, okay, this cake for this much, and these tables will all bid on these cakes, and they'll sell for $2,500 to $4,000.
You've seen this happen before.
Absolutely.
So they're fucking rich.
I mean, it's not just the members. Like, other organizations will come and put on these events. You know what I mean? And they'll rent some of our rooms to put this on, but it's pretty crazy what they have going on out there.
You need some money. You've only worked in food industry, like restaurant style shit.
I tried. What is clothes?
Retail.
Retail. I tried retail. Not my thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Selling clothes is. I mean, I love clothes for myself,
Yeah.
but the whole. I don't know. It's easier to make money when I'm selling booze or food. I don't know. I can talk things up easier. Selling a shirt, not my thing.
Yeah.